Exploring something new, vegan dinner with my friends, day 6. Today is day 6 and I am doing something different. I'm at my friend's house and they're vegan. So we're about to look at different parts of the process. So I came in a little bit on the later side. I've been sitting over here and they've been over there working like the little mice. You know how the little mice be running around, going back, moving stuff, taking things. That's what they've been over here doing. I've been in a little massage chair, went outside to record this video and it started to drizzle. So I said, you know what? Let me shift today's focus to a different type of video. And so this is not my normal video, but this is a part of the midlife transformation, which includes trying new things, being open, taking better care of myself, and not taking everything so seriously, stepping outside of the comfort zone that we all love. So today we're gonna be talking about cooking, healing, transforming our lives. And a part of that is, being self-aware. And we're gonna just be talking about a lot of different things. So keep watching. All right, so let's head into the kitchen. Let's see what we have here. Look at that. So here's my friend Jack.
Hello.
And my friend Draco.
Hey, what's happening?
What's happening? Look, you gotta show this out. Look at this. I only smoke the good stuff. I love that.
That comes to cooking.
I know that's right. You gotta be clear. Gotta be clear. So, what we talking about today? What we talking about today?
Well, for starters, we talking about what it takes to become a better version of you, and a lot of that has to do with you recognizing where you are in life. It's not for me to determine where you are and vice versa. But we have to understand where we are as individuals so we can come together as a collective body to do something more, positive or more, impactful in our communities. I can't do it by myself and nor can you do it by yourself. So, but it starts with what you do with yourself and how you embrace the changes that you may experience through life and how you deal with it. That'll determine the consequences that you may receive. So that's one of the things we're talking about. And a part of this process or part of this transformation, you have to heal. You have to heal from what you may have experienced in the past. You may have to heal from something that you may be going through in the present.
That's right.
But it's all healing. And for me, cooking has always been therapeutic. Writing has been therapeutic for me. So these are the things that I, try to channel or rechannel those feelings and emotions instead of reacting out of them or responding out of them in a negative way. I try to channel them to something different.
Right.
And
something
cooking is
that
one
you
of those.
enjoy.
That's right. So
That's
cooking
right.
one of those things,
So.
Because I love to eat. And I love to eat.
And look, so I'm going to show you a couple of things because we just decided last minute to do this. This was super impromptu. So I'm going to show you some of the meals. We just had vegan pizza the other week and it was so delicious. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to get them to run that back.
We will.
All right, so what we got here, Draco?
All right, this is my cream corn. Got a little on the sweet side, not too sweet, but savory. So this is my cream corn. This is mashed potatoes.
Looks delicious.
Here we gonna have cabbage. All right. So here we got our beans. Everything's there. And here's our cornbread.
Okay, so as he is cutting up the mushrooms and the onions, I want to ask you a couple of questions in regards to, you've had an amazing life, I would say, because of some of the things that you have been through and where you are today. And I know some people may look at it and say it's not amazing, but we always talk about you got to take lemons and turn it into lemonade.
Of course.
And that's exactly what you have done. And I am so I need to move this a little bit. And I'm so impressed with just like the conversations that we have been having over the last couple of days. We've been talking about a lot. And so I would like for you to just share a little bit of your insight on something that you think one of the viewers may, get some value from. Like if you had to say, okay, based off of my life experiences, and I want to help a person who is going through a difficult time right now, or a person who is trying to find some inspiration, what is something that you could give that person, some insight that you would give?
I have one cardinal rule. I think, and this pertains to anything and everything that you may be experiencing. That cardinal rule is to never give up. Don't never quit. Never quit. And always see it through. If you do that one simple thing, 9 times out of 10, whatever you experience or going through, you're gonna overcome it. It's gonna, like they say, this too shall pass, it will pass. So I think if you focus on that and initially, apply that to everything you're dealing with, everything's gonna be all right. So that's just how I feel, and that's how I see it, and that's the approach that I take to it.
And I want to add to that and sometimes when we're going through things, we have to survey our circle and the people that we are in close proximity to, and we have to really possibly adjust, because you want to be around people who are going to push you to do better, who are going to inspire you, who are going to help you through whatever it is you're going through. And so to me, I feel like, when we are going through things, we're easily able to be influenced by people that's around us, especially if like we're close to that person. You gotta, take your energy. Like if you know that somebody is rubbing you the wrong way, or you're dealing with a situation that is not really good for you, sometimes you got to like just remove yourself and just kind of refocus, readjust. And I'm just really appreciative of being able to have good company with my friends and being able to have the debates that we have, because baby, we had a debate yesterday and we were able to just
high intense.
It was very high intense,
very
but
constructive.
yeah, and so we were able to express ourselves and let it go. You feel the way you feel. We discussed it, we talked about it, we came to a really good place with it, and so that's what I'm saying. You got to be able to put yourself around people who challenge you, who push you to be a better you, because I always feel like when people say, what is your goal? For me, I'm always going to be learning. There's never a place, in my opinion, that you're going to arrive at this place. Like, you always can learn more. You can always be a better version of you. And so I truly believe that who we surround ourselves with and who we allow in our presence is really more important than a lot of times we really realize. And as I'm getting older, in my 40s still, I realize that's not no shade. That's not no shade to my friend who just turned 50 this year. I wasn't trying to throw shade, friend. But because I'll be in the 50 club next year, but I'm still in my 40s right now, so that's why this is rebuilding after 40. But you have to take inventory of who has access to you, like and what you're doing and who and where you're going. So if the video is a little to the side, please forgive us, because this is a spur of the moment type of thing. So I do have a question for you, Draco. We got a question for him. Yeah, look. Do you think vegan folks, vegan people that are vegans, judge us non-vegans?
Well, let me say it like this. I don't think we judge. I think we are judged because we don't have understanding of what we are trying to do or what we are doing. When you're trying nothing, it's getting done. I think that when you have a certain level of understanding about self, that judgment go out the window. You don't be judgmental. You're not judgmental about how people live. If it's somebody you care about, you may want better for them, or you want something different from them that they can benefit from. Like, for example, me and where I'm at now in life, I think the way that I eat and the way that my lifestyle is so conducive to everything else that I want to do. I mean, if I wanted to go out here and have a certain business venture, I think, and I want to, acquire certain partners, I think my approach to them would be humble and respectful, and it would be on an even playing field because of my mindset,
right,
and the way that I approach things. So I think it has a lot to do with that. So no, I don't think we are judgmental at all, because of our mindsets don't allow us to.
Well, cool, that's good. Now, what I do want to say is he is very protective of his friends, because we was in a grocery store yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And your girl was trying to buy a chocolate cake.
Not just any chocolate cake. It's poison. That's what it was.
You would think it was literal poison by the way he was acting. He was showing out so bad. And he was like, so listen, he was like, if you get that cake, you're not going to get the vegan ice cream that I'm going to make. And I'm like, but that wasn't part of the deal. And he made it a part of the deal. And so I still was going to get the cake, right? So I go down the aisle and I'm in my phone. I forgot what I was trying to do. And I had set the cake on the side of the, like, you know how you push the stuff back on the aisle to sit something there for a second. And I was in my phone. I think I was getting my card out to pay. And next thing you know, he come up from behind me and grabbed that cake and took it off, y'all. I thought I was going to fall on the floor.
Yep. Sometimes we got to go to great lengths to protect the ones we care about.
And
they don't understand what they're, they may not, because you're already getting a treat. You're not going to miss that treat with the treat that I'm making, because that taints everything that I'm doing. So, no. And wasn't the treat busting? It was busting. I'm gonna show you what. We got some stuff for y'all today. So, I think that's really all my questions at this moment. Did you have anything that you wanted to say, Jack? You got anything you want to say?
Nope.
I already know she
go
went
vegan.
Look, I already knew she went
to change your life
instead of pills. All right. You want to deal with the ailments. You want to deal with the inflammation. You want to deal with your digestive system, your cognitive. Everything that you put in your body has a result. Your body reacts to it, and from their reaction is a result for whatever you put in your body. Like, for instance, if I drink alcohol, I'm gonna get drunk, right? And now my brain is distorted because I'm not focused. I'm intoxicated, right? So that goes with everything that you eat. If it's not good for you, your system is gonna reject it, and it's gonna respond accordingly. Now, it may be different for you than it is to me, but it's gonna be an impact that you're not gonna like. Hence, swelling ankles and overweight, obesity, and so much you're gonna be dealing with. I'm just being real with you. Right.
So, real quick though, I will say that I can really. I will say that I'm not a vegan yet. I am exploring becoming a vegan. I am eating vegan food, and I have not had any food that they have cooked that has not tasted delicious. Like everything. Oh my goodness, Jack, you gotta come here for 1 second. Come on, hold on, Drake. Let's get Jack on over here. Come on. Hold on 1 second. All right, okay. So listen, she cooks the best freaking carrot dogs. Oh my goodness. Y'all gotta see her carrot dogs. You gonna let us see that?
I will do one.
We're gonna do a carrot dog because manatethebomb.com. But she really, started this journey because her ankle. And I want you to say just a little bit, just a second.
It was a time in my life where I was contemplating having surgery because of the ailment or the debilitating pain that I was experiencing in my ankle. It was pushing me to the limit. I would go to the doctor and get these cortisone shots, and the shots were just becoming so painful. I was like, I can't imagine doing this, for any longer period of time, let alone the rest of my life. So the doctor was suggesting that I have surgery because I have something they call a tarsal coalition, which is in my ankle. And I contemplated it, and I was like, surgery can't be the way. It has to be something natural that I can embark on, because they were saying that I wouldn't have a movement in my ankle. And I'm thinking, like, I'm too young not to be able to, move my ankle, have flexibility, walking possibly with some sort of limp or whatever. And it wasn't something that I could even fathom, for the rest of my life at the age that I was at. So a friend of mine had embarked on the journey of being vegan and was telling me how life rewarding it had been for him, experiencing the benefits of it, from taking away from inflammation and things of that nature. And he was like, why don't you try it? And so I thought about it, and I'm kind of open-minded, and I was like, oh, I love cheese so much. That was the thing for me. It was the cheese, I think, the hardest thing to let go. And I was like, I'll try it. And so, unbeknownst to me, after about 2 months, I really felt a huge difference in my ankle. And it was to the point where I wasn't having those same problems that I was having. I would go to work all day, come home, try to cook, and take a shower and do all of that, and I could barely get up the steps. But after, going vegan for about 45 days, 60 days, I could tell a huge difference. The inflammation was no longer there. I felt energized. So for me, it was it was worth the risk of not being able to enjoy the things that you've always ate. And so what made it even more challenging was that certain things that you eat that you know you've always enjoyed, that you will no longer be able to enjoy it, you have to find means to supplement that with a vegan version. And literally there's a version for everything. Anything that you can think of, there's a version for it. People say, well, what do? You don't eat eggs? And I'm like, yeah, we eat eggs, but it's not real eggs, it's vegan eggs. You can make those taste just as good as eggs, if not even better. So that's the challenging part with being able to come up with the recipes. But now we have technology that's allotted us with all those luxuries and then some that that wasn't available, say, 20 years ago. So if you're ever thinking about going plant-based, I don't like to say vegan because I don't push it to that limit, which I understand some people do, and maybe I'll get there one day. I'm not quite there yet. So for me, it's a health aspect,
right,
is why I do it. So with that being said, it's definitely something that you could think about embarking on if you want it for a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah, so you just gotta try different, just try different things. Like, I would have never imagined her carrot dog being so delicious. When she first said it, I was like, a carrot dog?
Even your son was like, what?
Right.
It's not a hot dog.
Right.
It's just a carrot.
But baby, listen, the way she made that walnut meat and that daggone mustard on there, it's just like a hot dog to me. So carrot dog, hot dog, it's all the same. But it's delicious though. So yeah, so we're gonna be doing more videos like this, and I'm looking forward to becoming more of the vegan, plant-based, healthier lifestyle, because I'm battling with some inflammation myself. And so I will say that I can tell you, I don't care what I eat, if it has sucralose in it or whatever is similar to sucralose, I feel it almost immediately. In my left leg, I get like tingling and burning, and it is a very painful feeling. And when I first discovered it, I literally was driving, thankfully, in a parking lot. I had left a restaurant and my legs just went numb. Like, I couldn't feel them, to the point I had to pull over and I was no longer able to drive. And it took about maybe 30 minutes or so for it to get to the point to where I could drive. But now, whenever I eat any food that has sucralose in it, I've been at restaurants and I'm like, dang, my legs are tingling. Why are my legs tingling? And it's a dish that I wouldn't have thought that they put sucralose or something similar. So I have to be more cautious when I eat. So I'm definitely going to get more into this healthier lifestyle. So, is there anything else you want to say before we leave, Mr. Draco?
Oh man, hey man, stay blessed, stay up, and understand that it ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
It's how you finish, baby. So we're gonna show y'all the food when it's done. Rebuilding after 40 is not just about money, right? It is about building new habits, experiencing new foods, and having new experiences, and enjoying as you're becoming a new version of yourself. So day 6 ended up being totally different than expected, but I'm glad, because this just goes to show that transformation doesn't always go the way that you expect it to go. You got to be willing and open to different things in order for different things to happen. Like they say, you're not going to get different results doing the same exact thing, because guess what? That's insanity. Sometimes going through different transformations happens in real life with real people that you love, and you get through it together. And of course, trying different things and new things. If you're over 40 and you're in a season of transformation too, maybe your next step is not something that's huge. It doesn't have to be real big, Maybe it's just trying one new food, one new thing, something totally different that you maybe would have been against, but you're open to because you're in a place and you're willing to grow. Next time you're thinking about it, go ahead, try that new food, work on that new habit, start that new conversation, even change your environment, even make better choices. Because guess what? You already know it's officially level up season.